Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
Hello and welcome to Galatta Plus. In this episode, we are going to be talking about Siddharth Anand Pathaan starring Shah Rukh Khan, Deepika Padukone and John Abraham. This is going to be a spoiler-filled review/analysis, so watch at your own risk. It's probably too early to say this, but on the basis of War and now Pathaan, writer Sridhar Raghavan, dialogue writer Abbas Tyrewala and director Siddharth Anand have revitalized the Indian action movie. I use the word Indian deliberately because the stunts are from Hollywood, but the heart, the beating heart of the film that makes these Yash Raj spy universe films tick is as desi can be. Now in the Dhoom franchise or even in the Salman Khan starring Tiger films, Yash Raj have been trying to marry our masala sensibilities to the Bond Mission Impossible action spectacles with middling results. War is where it all finally came together. Scratch the Hollywood-inspired action set pieces and you had the emotional connect of a Muslim patriot attempting to atone for the sins of his father and thus fulfill the wishes of his mother. Pathaan is all about the Mother India that is. Now in a Manmohan Desai-like masterstroke, the story is about a hero named Pathaan, that's Shah Rukh Khan, and a villain named Jim, John Abraham, and their representational mother is a Hindu named Nandini, that's Dimple Kapadia. Jim's villainy is created by the fact that his father abandoned him the way the Amitabh Bachchan character's villainy in Shakti was created when his father abandoned him during a hostage negotiation. So there's a lot of Salim Javed in here too. Like in Diwar, the mother faces one good son and one son gone bad. I chuckled when a pissed off Pakistani officer hears about Article 370 being annulled and calls for war. The phrase he uses, the term he uses is Elan-e-Jung. That's the name of an Anil Sharma movie that's a masala movie too, from 1989. And that officer does speak like he is in an Anil Sharma movie. Sample line, Shaitan se dosti karne ka waqt aa gaya hai. Pathaan is introduced in a superbly imagined and choreographed action sequence. Like in War, some of the visual effects are iffy. A vault with heavy-duty gears looks especially embarrassing, but the way these mega-scale stunts are conceived, the way they're shot, the way they're cleanly edited with all kinds of spatial geography, it's brilliant. They are preposterous and campy in a Roger Moore era James Bond kind of style, and they are filled with CT-worthy lines. In the Pathaan intro action stretch, he tells a bad guy, "Ghunguru toot gaye, ab nach." It's a thrill to hear such unabashedly desi dialogue construction in a film made today. Ashutosh Rana plays a version of M in the Bond movies like he did in War. Look at what he says when he learns that a former operative is still alive. Kisi ke bhi maut ka bharosa nahi kar sakte. He says it wryly, but the line elicits a big laugh. And look at how Pathaan accuses his boss of making Jim a monster. आपके एक फैसले ने उसकी आंखों में उसका हर गुनाह माफ कर दिया. Now Pathaan is both a patriotic movie and a form of movie patriotism because it keeps the flag of a certain kind of homegrown storytelling flying high. And yet, despite all the cries of Jai Hind, there's no jingoism. Just look at the tune Jim whistles when he walks towards Pathaan to kill him. It's "Ae Mere Watan Ke Logon." There is no patriotic song that is in the popular memory as much as this one, but it's given a cool, ironic spin. A contagious disease is nicknamed Raktbij after an asura whose every drop of spilt blood gave rise to multiple clones of him. He was the original super spreader. And when we hear Nandini says Pathaan ka vanvas ka time khatam hua, we are essentially seeing the conflation of a Muslim name with a term associated with the holiest epic of the Hindus. The ideology behind Pathaan, that is the character, is another dash of homegrown masala. As an infant, he was abandoned in a cinema hall and he says he was raised by his nation. Meri desh ne meri parvarish ki. He may carry the name Pathaan, but we never know what religion he belongs to. The story behind the name is another effective reminder that humanity triumphs over religion and nationalism, and it contains another mother figure. At best, you could call Pathaan an adopted Muslim. In other words, what matters is not who he worships, but the fact that he is Indian. In contrast, Jim has broken away from his Indian identity. He says, "Jahan main khada hoon, wahi mera desh, wahi meri dunya." And by the end, Pathaan, that is the every Indian, is given the task of holding together the broken souls, the broken spirits of people who fight for the country. The film compares its hero to the gold used in the Japanese art of kintsugi, that is, the gold used to glue back broken china. It's a lovely metaphor. The globetrotting Pathaan, whose story is incited by the Kashmir issue, does not come together as elegantly as the globetrotting war did. Rubina is the Deepika Padukone character, and when this character's traumatic past explodes as a nightmare, those images are enough. We put together her backstory inside our heads. There is no need for the lines that follow. These lines just tell us what we've already seen. The energy dips in the pre-interval Pathaan Rubina sequences. I guess the idea was to give the audience a breather, but the will they, won't they romantic angle doesn't heat up as much as it should, and this is the one part where the film's lines feel a little labored. But hey, a film that shows a Pakistani as masala cinema's good Muslim and clad in saffron, not bad, huh? Deepika plays Rubina as both a fashionista and a fighter. She's good, but the best female performer here is Dimple Kapadia. She really gets what her character is saying. She snaps when needed, the pauses in her line readings are perfectly timed, and her big scene in a high-tech lab made me want to get up and applaud. Now the scene, it's really an explanation scene. It's there because the audience needs to know what will happen if Jim pulls off his big idea, but the way it's written is a salute to soldiers, both men and especially women. You get to see how to say fuck you to a terrorist without lifting a single gun. John Abraham is in fine form too. In the midst of all the mayhem, he gets a beautiful bit of existentialism where he muses about the cost of war, which he calls कफन का never ending supply. After a pause, he just looks away a bit and he adds, बस लाशों के नाम बदलते रहते हैं. Oof, goose flesh. But yes, the film belongs to Shah Rukh Khan. Is it a makeover? He's already done big action stretches in Fan, though not to this level obviously. But more than the carnage, what's fascinating is the cruelty. Shah Rukh is the rare romantic hero who, with just a flick, with just a shift of his sine curve eyebrows, can look like he can destroy you in 2 seconds. We saw this side of him when he threw those killer barbs at the Preeti Zinta character in Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna. We saw this side of him in the way he treated poor Anushka Sharma in Zero. We saw the side of him in the fantastically edited meat market fight in Rais, and we see the side of him in Pathaan too. It convinces us that he can be a ruthless, relentless, Terminator-like killer. As Tamil and Telugu viewers know all too well, hero worship is a part of this type of cinema, and Pathaan isn't afraid of taking you out of this movie and planting you in another one. I smiled at the Tu Hai Meri Kiran reference, and when Salman Khan makes his appearance, that is a guest appearance as Tiger, all you need for the whistles to begin is the sight of a fluttering scarf. I can't wait for a future Yash Raj Spy Universe film that throws in Hrithik Roshan as well. Can any of today's younger hero carry the weight of a crowd-pleasing masala movie like this one? This discussion actually comes up in this film in a very funny and in a very meta kind of manner, and at least for now, the answer is probably no. Our biggest stars may be aging, but put them back in the right movie and they become ageless. That's it about Pathaan. If you like this video, do subscribe to Galatta Plus and see you soon at the movies.
Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.